In the joyful Diamond Kingdom, on a bright August morning, Prince Yami was born into the Clover royal family. His arrival brought immense happiness, not just for his royal lineage, but for the powerful sun symbol that marked his left hand. This symbol, appearing once every 10 generations, signified great magic and leadership, a gift from the watchful god of the sun. Even as an infant, Yami's magic was a force to be reckoned with, creating both allies and enemies for the royal family. Just 3 months later, a rebellion led by House Silva, fearing the royal family's growing power, erupted. Leorio, House Silva's leader, hired the notorious Third Eye mages to dethrone the king and execute the prince. The royal palace was infiltrated, and despite King Julius and Queen Thesa's valiant fight, they were overwhelmed. A loyal servant, however, managed to flee with baby Yami to the Spaderon kingdom, barely making it before succumbing to his injuries, leaving the prince at a church. At the church, Yami was adopted by a kind priest, alongside another abandoned boy named Gon. They grew up as brothers, nurtured by Father James and Sister Marie. Years flew by, and as they approached adulthood, their dreams of joining the Royal Knights and becoming the Night King grew. At the grimoire ceremony in Shibuya town, where commoners faced discrimination, Yami was chosen by the legendary Golden Rose grimoire, a symbol of rare power. Gon, initially filled with despair, then saw the Blue Rose grimoire, once owned by the first Night King, choose him, silencing the mocking nobles. On their journey back to Sentinel Village, Yami and Gon were followed by curious commoners, eager to witness the, quote, miracle children. As night fell, only a suspicious group remained, the infamous Phantom Bandits. The bandits, intent on stealing their rare grimoires, forced the boys into their first real battle. Yami, with his Golden Rose grimoire, unleashed Dragon's Breath, a fiery spell, holding his own against 6 bandits. Gon, with his Blue Rose grimoire, instinctively activated Wind Emperor's Blade, a powerful wind technique, overwhelming 20 enemies. Despite their bravery, they were still outnumbered until the Royal Knights arrived, praising their skill and saving the day. Back in Sentinel Village, Yami and Gon were hailed as heroes. 3 weeks later, news arrived. The Royal Knight selection trial would begin in 3 months, and commoners were now openly invited. Determined to master their powers, they spent a month on physical training, running mountains and sparring with local pros like Gyros. Then, they focused on their magic. Yami refined his Dragon's Breath until it could ignite a full-grown tree, while Gon learned to link with nature, boosting his Wind Emperor's Blade to cut giant trees in half. Their intense sparring leveled the surrounding forest, preparing them for the Common Realm Grand Magic Tournament. At the Common Realm Grand Magic Tournament, Yami faced Jirambo, a renowned Earth Mage. Though outclassed in experience, Yami calmly assessed the situation. Jirambo attacked with Earth-Bending Crater, splitting the ground. Yami, with quick thinking, unleashed his Reinforced Dragon's Breath, catching Jirambo off guard and sending him flying, securing Sentinel Village's first win. Yami realized the thin margin of his victory, knowing a second's delay would have meant defeat. Tina, a girl who admired Gon, fought next but was defeated by Tenzo's Wind Cyclone spells, leaving her heartbroken. Gon's first match was against Raota, a young mage like himself, whom he quickly defeated with his, quote, his Wind Emperor spell, restoring hope to Sentinel Village. In the second week, Gon faced Tiago, the Water Emperor, and last year's champion. Tiago underestimated Gon, but Gon, realizing he was physically outmatched, planned a swift end. When Tiago launched his Water Dragon Storm, Gon's grimoire, fueled by the fear of death, manifested a new spell, Wind Emperor's Shield, blocking the attack. With a single strike from his Wind Emperor's Blade, Gon defeated Tiago, shocking everyone, even himself. Yami then faced Noella, a lightning prodigy from Chimera Village. Noella, driven by a desire to avenge her father's unjust demise, attacked with her most powerful spell, Lightning Bolt Unleash. Yami easily dodged and, without needing a spell, knocked her out, demonstrating his superior skill. With these victories, it was clear Sentinel Village had won the tournament, as Yami and Gon found themselves facing each other in the finals. Their battle, fought for honor, escalated from fists to complex spells. Yami awakened Great Dragon's roaring breath, which Gon barely contained with his Wind Emperor's shield. Both exhausted, they fell unconscious, leaving the tournament without a clear victor, but Sentinel Village was declared the winner. After a hero's welcome in Sentinel Village, Yami and Gon had only a week before the Royal Knight's trial. With no horses or money, they set off at dawn, running through the dense Lillaby forest, a route secretly filled with dangerous wild animals and lower-ranking knights. This was the first phase of the trial, and they easily defeated the beasts and knights, showcasing their combat experience. Only 10 commoners, including Noella, passed this sub-trial. Arriving in the opulent royal capital, they joined 50 participants for the main trial. The Night King and 10 squad captains, including Captain Nicholas of the White Lion Squad and Captain Light of the Golden Peacock Squad, were introduced, signaling the start of the 3-stage trial. The first phase of the trial was a race, where Yami and Gon's physical endurance, honed from years of training, gave them an advantage over the less trained nobles. They finished in the top 5. During a brief break, Gon chatted with Noella, who was slowly opening up, while Yami scouted threats, befriending Prince Admiral, Captain Nicholas's brother. The second phase showcased powerful spells. Yami and Gon's grimoire spells stood out, but Admiral, impressed with his Fire Spirit's Tears, and Noella, with her Lightning Goddess's Hammer, created a giant crater, proving her hidden strength. The anticipation for the final battle phase was palpable. In the third phase, Noella faced Leonardo, a powerful Earth Mage. Leonardo attacked with Earth Planetary Rocks Barrage, but Noella's inhuman reflexes countered with her Lightning Goddess's Hammer, exhausting both. Their hour-long battle ended in a stalemate. Then, Yami and Admiral, despite their newfound friendship, dueled. Yami's Dragon's Breath was countered by Admiral's Fireball Destruction, nearly incinerating Yami. Realizing the threat, Yami vanished and reappeared, striking Admiral with Great Dragon's Roaring Breath, knocking him unconscious and shocking the royals that a commoner had defeated a royal. Gon then faced Tiana, a seemingly shy girl who transformed into a fierce opponent, dominating him with her Ice Blade's Shower. Gon, regretting his initial restraint, activated Wind Emperor's Shield and, with a point-blank Wind Emperor's Barrage of Blades, knocked Tiana unconscious. The final match concluded the trial. The next day, the squad captains selected their new recruits. Noella joined Captain Nicholas's White Lion Squad. Admiral, despite his loss, was highly sought after and chose Captain Light's Golden Peacock Squad. Yami and Gon were both desired by all captains. Yami joined the Golden Peacock Squad, aligning with his grimoire's name, while Gon chose the White Lion Squad, partly due to Noella's presence. Separated for the first time, their rivalry to become Night King had truly begun.